William Ternes, tell me where we're located.
Scottsdale, Arizona, my house on my patio. 6460 North 77th Way in Scottsdale.
What does Strasburg, North Dakota mean to you? 1 minute answers.
Means the place of my birth, where I grew up, where I have memories and roots of my childhood, where my mother raised 10 of us on a farm. And it's all good memories. I have no bad memories.
Name 3 places that you flew an airplane that you really loved the best.
Stockholm, Edinburgh, London. As far as liking the best, I like a lot of good places in the United States, including like Hawaii. I enjoyed that. Been there many times. And San Diego comes to mind. Utah, or Idaho, Drake's, Idaho. I used to fly a guy that land king guy by the name of John. Can't think of the name now, but he had a ranch up there. He used to fly up there summer and winter. Beautiful area on the west side of the Teton Mountains. This beautiful area, not as populated as in the Jackson Hole, Wyoming. It's like 40 miles from Jackson Hole, but on the west side of the mountains.
Okay.
Beautiful area.
Time's up. Nice job. Okay. 3 foods from your childhood that you miss when Ma used to make. Grandma Rose.
Cream chicken with spring chickens, my favorite. And we used to call them Schnittner Nudler.
Okay.
Cut up noodles. She used to roll them up in her palm of her hands, throw them in a pan with butter and water, and brown them with potatoes. I still do that once in a while. It's not part of my diet anymore, but I still crave it now and then. With sausage that we made on ourselves from butchering hogs that we used to have in the smokehouse in the wintertime.
Good answers. Who is the person you would say influenced your life the most?
Rose Ternes.
Easy one. This one's just...
And I got to add Rush Limbaugh.
Okay.
He had a huge impact in my life. Started listening to him like in 1990 when I was in Wisconsin. And one day I was driving to work from Oshkosh to Fond du Lac, and he was on the radio, and he said, after huge consideration, I can't help but to put my support behind Bill Clinton instead of George Herbert Walker Bush. And I parked my car alongside the road because I almost had a panic attack. How can he do this? Support Bill Clinton. And it was all a joke that he made up to see how people like myself would react. It worked.
Yeah. What new tech, I think I know the answer to this. What new technology in your lifetime have you found the most helpful in your life?
Golf.
Technology? Yeah, maybe golf, yeah.
Technology? iPhone, yeah, of course, yeah. iPads,
golf clubs.
Golf clubs.
Okay, we'll do 2. Is there anything you have always wanted to tell the people back home but never have?
2 things? Did you say 2
No,
things?
is there anything? If you could tell anybody, even your mom and dad, things you've always wanted to say to them.
I think our whole family, I think, is sort of guilty of this. We've never been able to tell each other that we really love them like we should, like we do strangers. It's easy for me to tell Polly I love her, but it's not quite so easy to say to my sister, I love you.
It's a great one.
And I think that's just a normal family, the way it is.
The way you were brought up.
The way we were brought up, yes.
Tough love, would you say?
Tough love, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Is there anything you regret?
Only regret that I'm not young enough to do it over again.
That's a great answer. What do you consider the happiest moment of your life? You can have multiple answers.
The day I met Polly.
Nice. Easy. What are you most proud of in your life?
The accomplishments that I have achieved with obstacles, like having a stroke and being able to get my medical back, and just a goal to work towards to keep me going, to have something to work for and get up for in the morning. And I think the most thing that I'm most proud of for myself is that the way I and our whole family was raised. Do you have that compass in my head to know what's wrong and what's right thing to do?
Great answers. How did your experience in the military mold you as a person?
Oh, wow. That's easy. Nobody made my bed anymore. Nobody washed my clothes.
You feel like you grew up the most once
Absolutely. I remember getting punished we were doing calisthenics, and I wasn't doing them the way my drill instructor wanted me to do them. And he asked me if I was the Lone Ranger and riding silver. And he brought me out in front of the ranks. He said, sit down on the concrete on your butt and write silver for us. Come on, hold the reins. Now bounce your butt up and down and say, hi-yo, silver. And I had to do that. Another time that comes to mind, in the Air Force during basic training, we always had removable name tags. They weren't sewn on. So one morning, reveille's like 4 o'clock in the morning, this is in Chanute Field, Illinois. Sergeant Ampey, I'll never forget his name, that was his name. We're all standing at attention in the ranks, and he said, Airman, you in the green uniform, come out here, front and center. We all looked at each other, we're all wearing green uniforms. Said, damn it, he said, you know who I'm talking to. Come on, get out here, front and center. Finally, he reaches in and he yanks me out of ranks and pulls me in front of him and looks me square in the eyes. He said, Airman, am I standing on my head? I said, no, sir. Are you standing on your head? No, sir. Then why in the hell is your name tag upside down for? I looked at her, sure enough, I had it upside down.
Oh my goodness, that's a great story. Couple more, okay?
Okay.
You can go golf. Let's pick a good one here. Did you receive an allowance as a child, and how much? And were you a saver or a spender?
I was a spender. And allowance, there was no set allowance. If we went to town to go to the movies or whatever, we usually got maybe $2 to buy candy and Coke and stuff like that. But there wasn't no allowance for everybody. Mom couldn't afford that. But we were never without. I want to make that clear. We always had good clothes to wear and food on the table. We never starved ever, thanks to my mom and Albert and everybody. Lorraine especially. Lorraine was like a surrogate mother to all of us.
How would you like to be remembered?
Oh boy.
The legacy.
I'd like to remember as someone that was always good to other people and was well liked by most people and didn't mean to do no harm ever.
You fit that.
Child of God.
Generous comes to mind.
Yes.
Family orientated.
Mm-hmm. And never married.
That's another thing I had on my mind. Do you ever have regrets not marrying or having children?
No, I really don't, because if you don't ever have it, you don't know, and I never know what it would be like.
Sure.
And I'm happy the way my life turned out. I'm happy to be single, and I'm happy to be in a relationship with Polly in her final days. That's the most important thing to me, is to make sure that she's happy. And taken care of, and I want her to get to heaven.
So it's very obvious to see she's the love of your life, am I correct?
Yes.
Is there anything you would like to say to Polly to put in stone on this video that will last for the duration of time?
Love of my life. The cream in my coffee.
Hey, Uncle Willie, I just wanted to say thank you for always being genuine, being real, being kind, someone I can look up to. And we always have a great time when we're together. And you tell great stories, and I appreciate that. Thanks for all you've done in your life. And thanks for giving me something to aspire to be. I love you very much. I'm always here for you.